begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Brissett. Into traffic, complete. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. That was Michael Parsons making that play. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Give now to the running back. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Again, he hits the 2nd level. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, you get some serious yards on the table.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's only able to carry this forward for about 3 yards.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. A type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
60 Bison.
And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. No pickup on that run, and it leaves them 4 yards out on 3rd and goal.
Now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. You continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or you're now forced to put the ball in the air.
3rd and goal for Brissett. And the defender comes away with it. The rookie from Penn State makes the play. And the Texans will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
If you're trying to do something, you gotta lead with the best.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Working quickly here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. To the sideline, secured by London. He's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking at 1st down here. And his perfect start is over. That's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy gets this to Johnson. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
My favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
McCarthy operating from the pistol. Cut out left. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after it.
And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
At the 13-yard line.
Here's McCarthy to throw. Kick this one away. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll take it out to the 30.
Ready?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Hand off to the back. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. Even 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
This is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Has him on a quick hitter. It's in a hand, that's about 5 yards. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. Offense in the hurry up here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A big play, that's him 17 yards. And that's good for the Raiders first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Running this one left. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Pick up of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of the tape. You call something conservative, the last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Going for it on 4th, Brissett. He throws it beyond the marker. And he takes a shot. But it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on. It turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
On 1st down, they'll run. And what a hit there.
And now's the best chance to push the envelope and get aggressive.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. It's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Finds a man right side. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Raiders earn the chance to tie before halftime. That's up and through for the point after. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. That's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space, Dean. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. McCarthy looking to throw. He lets a heater go deep. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Raiders take possession of their own 43-yard line. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked up.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did. Boy, what a big play to take that ball away. They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, and there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
19 Lions.
From the shotgun, Brissett. He's on the move. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Let's go now.
Shotgun now for Brissett. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Keyword, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. And they finally bring him down. That is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Looking right, and he finds it. They get this down, moving to the 34-yard line. Dose of the hurry-up offense here. First and 10, here's McCarthy. Rolling out to his left. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Offense up to the line fence.
A loss of 16 yards. It's second down.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Fits it through the middle. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans take the lead right away in half number 2. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Texans take a 4-point lead.
17.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Right up the gut. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 31.
Pressure coming for Brissett. This is hauled in by Myers. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Raiders first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Okay, break.
Trying the left side with Johnson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
11 more yards. That's another Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
40, 70. Check match, check match. Liking 18. Ready.
They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, have you noticed those guys that love to feed themselves on the field? Right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They've got first down from the 31.
Ready, ready.
Another carry for him. Keeps one defender. And they bring him down at the 18.
This size is going to wound the defense. If you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down for a loss.
I'll tell you what, anytime we get to see this safety display his range, it's a thing of beauty, not just in the passing game. But look at him navigating all that traffic downhill and applying the hit to stick it behind the line.
Offense to the line for second down. Play clock running low, and Antonio Pierce has to call a timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
On the ready.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Here's Brissett. Connects with Johnson. And he gets absolutely blocked to end that one.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
The Texans bringing out an extra DB. Third down coming up. Okay, left side to Johnson. And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line. No gain on the run, so they're left with 4th and 7. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's Raiders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. Fourth down, and we're going to see just how clutch he is on this kick. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35.
I bet you can, if you were down there right in his mind, as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, the game could be on the line with that one.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He finds Johnson. Now touching down a couple of yards away from that marker. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On play action now, McCarthy vacates quickly left side. He's going to keep it this time. Massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby, but he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Putting a receiver in motion. Gets this to Johnson. He's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it sets up a Houston first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. He did it! He made the interception! And the Raiders have some new life in the fourth.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Where you watch defensive coaches preach all the time when they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was a practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for Raiders first.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Ready?
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. All right, this is A.J. Dillon. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Raiders down by only one. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Johnson. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice. He doesn't end up getting the offensive 1st down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Hot 70, hot 70. Check, Hampton. Ready?
Running for the marker on 2nd. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
Well, the big guy gets him some positive yardage and close. It's not that the defense didn't expect a run. I just don't think they expected him to be the one running it.
Right back to him on 1st and goal. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
On the jump.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Let's go. Go.
Max got it. Look at the power. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short game. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
You know, how often do we talk about awareness and it's always offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness.
Come on.
The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense was aware enough to cut him down for a big red zone stop.
Johnson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. So for the 3rd time tonight, they can bring him out for a field goal try. It's a chip shot, this one straight ahead.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. That kick might just win them this game.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Setting up to pass. He's got it over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases,